Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Welcome. If y'all could just see myself and Ashley, because we got little miniature pictures where we can see we be singing our hearts out backstage. We belting out the whole intro every single time. But welcome. We are ready to get into Raising Kanan, season 4, episode 7. Y'all already know what it is. We ain't gonna waste no time. Be sure to hit that like button, show us some love, give us a super chat, give us your thoughts on this episode or future episodes to come. And I'll bring my girl out because I need to know, where she really feeling the music, because y'all Ashley was singing. I saw her. The picture is small, but I saw you, Ashley.
Just wanna be your girl. And nobody wants to be your girl, Unique. You ruined it. They ruined him for me, Tyra. I don't want to be his girl no more. What is this? Hi, everybody.
Yeah, it's a lot to be said about Unique. I'm gonna go on and get this comment the super chat before it goes all the way up due to the comments from Breeze, who said, "Yo, Doe, let me out." The way B Rilla was giving this nigga scared. Like, why you get to hold a gun, bitch? Because I already got it. Like, sir, which means let you out. We came here for you. How you gonna stay in the van? Like, thank you so much, Bree, for the super chat.
Be faker. You're not real. You're not real, man. Like, it's just.
Pull out the nine, Jamal. You and all antsy. Pull out the nine, Jamal. We want to pull it out now. We want to stay in the van. You know what? We gonna get into that hot mess of a robbery. But before we get there, Ashley, per usual, what were your overall thoughts of this episode?
Of episode 7. Okay, so it wasn't the worst episode of the season. It was not. It's pushing the story ahead. I got something that I've been waiting for all season, and that was the end of the Crypt Keeper. I am so glad Mama Joyce is gone on wherever she went. I can't say to go on to be with the Lord because I don't think that's where she's going to end up. But I was happy to see that, Tyra. The reveal. We know Nick is alive now. Yay. Yay. Like I said, there are some things I'm just questioning, but was I entertained? Absolutely. I was entertained. I laughed. We watched this live. If you're in the Discord, see, don't miss out. Join the Discord because we actually were up in the middle of the night watching Raising Kanan live, and I used all of the gifts. It was very gifable. It was a very gifable episode, Tyra.
We were. It was. We was Harlem shaking to the intro and everything. It's a good time in the collective Discord. I don't know what y'all waiting on. Don't be scared of the collective. Dane Juniors, anybody else is out there who don't want to, go over there. It's okay. It's a safe space. We have a really, really good time in there. And say some of the things that we may not be able to say during this live. Thank you so much, Bookworm, for the super chat. Bookworm said, "Welcome back." Welcome back, like we never left. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Bookworm. This episode, like you said, it definitely wasn't like the worst of anything. It was better. I like the fact in any episode that we can get where there is progression of the characters. I don't know why I have Unique here. That was the only picture I had on hand because I'm definitely not talking about him. But the other characters, the Jukes, even Rock, maybe even a little bit of Kanan, somewhere in there, Marvin and Lulu. It's moving, and I need progress because, we have 3 episodes left. But yeah, let's go and get into it. Y'all are really funny in this chat. Really, really funny. But get in here, because I thought it was only right to start where we started in the kitchen. In the kitchen, handing up Rock. We left off, with the butter pecan ice cream and whatnot, but the aggression is real. We him and Rock up, waving the gun in her face, threatening her life, but only so much because the Dun Dada said, I can't touch anybody. I can wreak havoc on everything moving, try to ruin all your little business. But girl, if you only knew I've been doing this. And I'll say, yeah, just give everything away, Unique, that you did. All the information that Unique has been sitting on, every little thing that he has done this season thus far to try to ruin Rock's life. He divulges. Of course, Rock is none the wiser. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's not what that was. But he hasn't made up in his mind that I saw you over there with my brother, with your little tired ass son, doing what you always do, taking advantage. You giving out coochie and death, as I said. First season, you're giving out coochie and death, Rock. You get us all buttered up, just work us up, and then you take from us. But not Unique, not me. I'm gonna get what's mine. Ashley, lock him up, cause Nurse, he's out. He's out, Nurse.
We we take we take 10 steps forward to take 20 steps back, Tyra. That that's what we're doing. And I'm speaking to both Rock and Neek because you mean to tell me you're a queen pin. You out here in these streets tough. You hear me? And you don't think you could be touched? Rock, Rock, where's the blicky in the kitchen? You don't have secret hiding places for weapons? Like, your head should always be on a swivel. This disappoints me because I'm like, okay, we're about to be a connect. Like we are, taking it to the source. We're going to be that girl, and you get hit up in your own kitchen. Like I was disappointed in this. And then yes, the patient has escaped. Security, because Neek, what are you? Y'all, I hate this for his character. I really because it's so dumb. You are really dumb because at the end of the day, we know it's nothing of the sort. If he had come back and said, "You know what? I'm still mad about you shooting up the car with my babies in them," I could at the very least be okay with that. But just this random out of the blue conjured up mess that he's spouting is ridiculous. I mean, was the coochie that good, Neek?
It
That
was.
it existed past the TBI, it existed past the trauma, past your damn kids. You mean to tell me that coochie was so good,
That
so
would make knowing you so deep.
it consumed your whole life? You're willing to go to the 10th level all about this coochie? It is insanity. Insanity. And I know Rock was thinking what I was thinking. Like, what are you talking about? I ain't do now I done stuff. But I didn't do that. I think it's delusion. I think it's sad. I hate seeing his character devolve to this state. And we've talked about it multiple times, this TBI where he's kind of coherent some of the time. Selectively, he can control his temper. Selectively, he turns it on and off like a light switch. Other than the butter pecan of it all, I was over this scene because, girl, really? He caught you slipping like that in your own house? That's
Not
it.
just slipping, Ashley. Like, from what we're getting in this episode, I feel like we are getting into, Miss Raquel. I'm hard. I hit the streets. I don't need nobody. Don't worry about me. We're getting into her vulnerable side, even in this moment, because the brothers wanted to know how the hell did he roll up on you? Like, where was the guard? Where are the folks? Well, they had some stuff going on. I told them to go home. Just got sent them away. Like, we're getting into this vulnerable aspect of her, which is something we haven't seen before because she is so hard and always normally has her head on the swivel. Those are the aspects that we really like about Raquel. But as far as Raquel and Unique, we are getting total opposite versions of them. Then we have gotten in the past. Let me get Jay Antoinette up here. Thank you so much, Jay, who has been a member 7 months.
Thank you.
7 months with my tongue. 7 months. She was 7 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey y'all. Hey. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yeah, this is just I would never ever think I would get to the moment where I would just really prefer to have Unique deaded. Like, just let him go.
Yeah, go on, take him out.
Like, to set him free, just take him out, because this is, if we really committed to the brain farts of it all, and we really committed to the idea of that, it's always really convenient. Like, the way that he's acting, we never even needed that to be a reasoning.
No.
You could have came back, saw what you saw. Oh, Rock, she's moving like she always did. I thought maybe we had something that was different, but clearly I'm not. All of the other things that we had before this moment, I knew they was messed up when he had the nerve to mention the butter pecan ice cream in the kitchen. Like, how do you remember that in certain things? But the selectiveness of it all is just really insane. So now we're kind of reverting and diluting it to emotional outburst,
Yeah.
and it's not so much a memory lapse or I don't really know what's going on. It's none of that. Like, it's just insane. Yeah, I think Rock is in a vulnerable space. Do you think that this is gonna affect her taking him out like she would anybody else, because there's a connection involved?
Hell, if it had been, what was his name? Symphonique? Was that his name? What was
Yeah,
it?
Symphony.
Whatever his name was. If it had been him, where I felt like this man had really done some stuff for Rock, it was like a mutual connection. You could really kind of feel the palpable feelings. Since him, we haven't seen Rock engage in any sort of situation where we felt like she was 100% in it or really felt. Even, while she and Unique was trying to give steam heat in that bedroom, it didn't give that Rock gave a damn. The only way I see her slipping and us getting a piece of vulnerability is because her life is in shambles now, right? She just had to take out her mama, who we know, like, for better or for worse, it was still her mama. She's gonna have to contend with this terrible ass relationship with her wretched ass son. She's contending with that right now. Plus, this whole deal isn't gonna go how she thinks it's gonna go. I already have that feeling about the whole connect situation. So for that reason, she may come off of her square a little bit, but I need her to step back on it, because this is not the Raquel that we know. Like, I need the brutalism. I need the cutthroatedness.
We
I
can't
need
be
all
there.
for her. I don't like this weak-willed, like, oh, my feelings, my emotions. Rock, that's not who you've been.
We can't be there.
That's
We
not who I
can't.
need her to be.
I think with her losing a grip as far as everything she once knew, especially, it all goes down mushmouth Kanan. It's always over there as to why we're kind of losing our footing. And I don't think something is going to happen to where we have to, but just in this space, she's just not there. And I like the complexities of that, but like, if we were going to get this, I needed that previous season to really drive home, like, all of those episodes, them and their connection and their relationship. We literally had them get together, hunch a couple of times. Was it sexy? Sure. Was this even sexy in the kitchen? Sure. Because I'm like, just if you just want some coochie, Unique, just say that, because that's what it's given. All right. That's always there, but their relationship didn't really coast in a way that maybe a symphony's would, for us to really get that. Because maybe when Symphony went his way, we felt that. This is just totally different. That just wasn't enough. Not even for this reaction that Unique is having, but of course, it's not just about Coochie. He has a vendetta because, girl, you tried to set me up to have me killed
That's the
with Ronnie, of all people, who hates me.
I have a question before you move on, though, Tyra. With him, do you feel like they've ruined his character? Like, would you have felt better if he just would have died at the hands of Ronnie, and that would have been the Unique that we had to remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would have let them, if they were going to try to reinvent, this is literally like Ronnie 2.0. Like we're
Mhm.
trying to, this Ronnie with a mix of, swag. This is Ronnie without the members only jacket and the glasses. Like it's very much so that. So the way we built up such a complex character like Ronnie, who was such a looming presence, I would have rather that and them gone just let Unique go. And
Yeah.
clearly that was the plan, but we had Joey Badass. Hey, you know what? Remember when we had said, yeah, I'm not quite ready to go away from the show or be done with my character. And we commenced to do something like this. I really think it did a disservice to the show. And I want to know where we would have went with everybody's character if Unique was actually dead, because I don't like this.
Yeah. I don't either. I don't either.
Thank you so much, Jane, for the $5. Can't believe Tyra and Ashley are having this live without checking to see if I suck.
Dang.
It's all about you, Dane. It is all about you. I am so sorry that we couldn't convert. If you were in a Discord and you sent a little who message, maybe we could have saw it, but you went in there, so
Mhm.
we didn't know. We didn't know. But thank you for the $5. Welcome to the live, Dane. Thank you so much, Bree. Bree said, I know you lying.
Listen.
Absolutely. And we are. We absolutely are. But moving on, because this isn't the only thing that happened in the kitchen, because we know that he can't actually kill Raquel, but we let him know that I'm in the house. And there was a whole lot to be said about Unique being the culprit. Mushmouth pops out in the kitchen. Because where's the belt? Get the belt. Don't get the strap, because we can't shoot him. It's our son. We need to shoot Unique. But get the belt for Kanan, because who are you talking to? Who are you talking to in this kitchen? This is another thing that lets us know that Raquel, she's off a rock. Like she's off of it. We're Raquel right now. We are not Rock. We are in a very vulnerable space. We get to see and know that Kanan is coming, out of his character, as the old folks would say. He's smelling himself. But baby, booba baba booba booba baba booba baba booba. I am real close with, and I really enjoy the young man portraying Kanan's take on the character. We saw it, we felt it when he was picked. We was like, oh, this could be 50's son. Whatever the tendencies are to get into the mush mouth of it all, when he gets upset, as you ruining everything like you always do. And it's like, well, what are you saying? Can you speak up? I didn't hear you in the back. We didn't hear you in the back. Regardless of the mush mouth, boo 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 gets on my damn nerves. He had a line in the scene, not a pocket. Of course, Marvin says what he always says. Oh, you need to do something about that boy. He need a belt. We got Juke saying, like, no, he's growing up. Like, you ever tried listening? Choosing a different energy. And of course, this is to show us that, yeah, all them little Juke and Kanan maybe 2 seasons ago, that's no more. I'm finding my own space in here, and I don't think you handling business right. What do you mean we need to sit it out and let things rock and let Unique maneuver and figure things out? We need to hit it up now. Here you go ruining stuff like you always do. I hate my mother. Tight-lipped. Ashley?
And not only that, but why didn't he take you out? Like, why are you still here then? Like, he missed? Like, he could. I. And who can't shoot him, Tyra? Who can't? Because I didn't say she had to take him out, but listen, at this point, you got to go toe to toe with him because he left you for dead. You not his mother at this point because the utter and complete disrespect of it all could never stand. How people gonna respect you in the streets and you not even respected in your home, Rock? Make it make sense. Kanan wouldn't have no teeth in his mouth, none whatsoever, because what you would never do is disrespect me. The amount of money I spent, the number of times I done saved your life, the way that I mean, and Rock is trash as a mom too. Like, don't get it twisted. But one thing she was gonna do in her mind was protect him and try to want a better life for him. And all of this disrespect is completely unwarranted. And I don't know why I know Marvin says something. Don't talk to your mother like that. But no, put some hands on him. Like, Kanan is out of control. And as far as Juke sitting over here like she's a Don, like, girl, who are you? You just jumped off the porch 2 episodes ago. You ain't nobody. You don't know nothing. Now y'all know everything. Fine, take over the business. Y'all got it. Y'all go neek in the streets and see how that goes. This whole hubris of the youth is really pissing me off in this because y'all are not battle tested.
We gotta have them follow their face, Ashley. How are we gonna learn if we don't have them follow their face? Like,
Y'all,
since you got your degree and you know everything thing, go on and jump out there. Kanan only knows so much, and he's just trying to get. All he knows is he want to separate, and I know better. And I'm trying to say, yeah, if you knew so much, you would be keeping your money in one location. Like, there's all those things. that's just what it is. Like, we have them really just trying to hop off the porch, and to do that, we got to talk back and give a little pushback. Would it be nice if Uncle Marvin kicked him in the back just once? Sure, but that's not where we are.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate the utter and complete disrespect. And I hate that she just sucks it up. Like, okay.
And you notice, like, she's been sucking it up more and more every season, especially last season. In this one, this is just where we are. I think this one is more forward because she's really digesting. As hard as I tried, I became my mother, and we have that same tattered relationship that I have with my own mother, because she's been in denial about that for quite some time. Like, Rock, baby, you have not been a good mother for quite some time. Thank you so much, Bree, for the $2. Go setting Kanan up is now valid. Lord, Kanan is just, it'd be the mush mouth for me. I really like this actor. He just has his moments where I'm like, why do we go there? You always like you always do. You don't always. Oh, what are you saying? Is there spit in there?
Tell her to enunciate.
Enunciate. Like, it's fine. It just goes a bit overboard sometimes. But getting here, I thought we should start with Lulu, because Lulu was in the kitchen, but Lulu isn't doing a whole lot story-wise at this point. Not yet, anyway. But we're getting into Lulu's dilemma. When I say Lulu's dilemma, I am not at all talking about him and Imani and Jess. Child, Imani, baby. This ain't that. This ain't that, but Lulu does try to give her some validation in the diner. Like, girl, Jess, that was just that one thing. That was just that, and all of that. That's not even, that's obsolete. Jess is gone, never to be heard from again. We rocking. And regardless of whatever that is, I'm going to stick beside my family. He lets Rock know in the kitchen, along with Marvin, I'm going to stand on the home front, whatever we got to do, especially when it comes to famous. I'm going to defend the family, which puts Lulu, in my opinion, at a dilemma, because you can't be in two places, sir. You got to pick a side. You finally in the position to relinquish all that gang life, all that pow that had you, at the end of your rope. No pun intended. At the end, in the rehabilitation center. So now that we are choosing, you know what, now he feels like he owes them something. I was like, Lulu, you don't owe the family nothing. You don't owe anybody anything. It's like, oh, Marvin kicked in, for the rehab stint. We had, Rock show up to a few meetings, and I gotta stick beside him. I gotta owe my family something. Not just this, we also have, the aspects of what the dilemma is really gonna kick in when we have to go over here with criminals for dummies. Because what is really going on? This is really the issue that's really gonna piss Lulu off and send him over the edge, apart from the fame situation and the family dynamic and what's happening with the business. Baby, what was this? Be realer, been real gang on wax, as you would say, and all of the guns, and I'm this and I'm that and I'm that. But when push came to shove, I wish this couldn't have been so obvious that he was going to try to pop into this man's house and rob him, but we knew that back when the conversation was even had. But it's the wrong house, wrong family, wrong everything. Do we even get away with anything? Who really knows? Whatever we did wasn't much, because whoever was in this house was strapped. But this wasn't even the right home or the right person to be running up on. But regardless of that, he really showed us who he really was. Because I'm really not about this life. I really don't want to be out here robbing people because I'm desperate. But if I could just stay in the car, and y'all go handle that, I would just rather stay in the car and keep my hands clean. Ashley, what do you think about Lulu, Imani, his dynamic with the family, and also Be Realer needing to read Criminals for Dummies?
I just want to make a comment and say this, because the people tried it in the comments a couple videos ago. Why are you being so colorist? Lulu doesn't like just light-skinned Latino women. Did y'all see the disparity in the treatment that Imani gets versus Famous Sister? I just want to put that out there, because y'all would never play in my face and act like I'm not seeing and hearing what I'm seeing and hearing. Lulu play in dark-skinned women faces. Anyway, as far as Imani, girl, get a life and a clue. The whole conversation, like, what's going on? I know I'm not supposed to have any expectations or whatever, but I'm just, girl, we do not care. And I hated this asymmetrical wig. I hated it, y'all. I hated it. She was given the looks early on, but I don't know why we went here with this. But yeah, Lou, here's the thing. B Faka is going to be Lou's downfall, I think, in combination with Marvin being taken out eventually, because I still feel like that's going to happen. I think we're just slowly inching him towards that. B Rilla is utterly and completely a liability in terms of, I'm trying to help you. I done got you out the pinta. I set you up. We got you some more money that you clearly ran through. And my thing is, B Rilla, where's all this money going? Where are all these people that you speak of that you're taking care of, that need all these coins, and then to find out that you a whole punk out here in these streets? You be Rilla?
I actually like that. I like that because as most rappers, we be murder on wax. Then as soon as some push come to shove, you're really not outside like that. It just sounds good on a record.
Bust a grape in a fruit fight. What are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna just stay right here. I ain't sign up for that. I ain't sign up for that. Now, I am surprised that we're getting it so late. I actually thought it would have been faster that we had the whole robbery situation, but I guess they're leading up to just the fact that B Rilla is going to be a liability. And because Lulu has vouched for him so strongly, it is going to end up on his hands. So I think ultimately we already knew we were going to see Lulu revert back and come to the support of the family. But I think this is actually going to help hasten it, him losing this A&R job, because putting all of his eggs in this B Rilla basket was a big mistake. Huge.
Child, B Rilla was definitely giving. You said we weren't gonna hurt anybody, Frankie. Y'all said we weren't gonna shoot nobody. It was giving set it off energy. He was just so shocked. Like it was just, yeah, all the desperation. Like, did you even get away with anything? I don't know if it was clear. Like, did they get any money? Did they get anything?
I'm assuming they got something. B Rilla ain't gonna get none of it. I'm sure the people had something in the house. It was a nice neighborhood.
She ain't do nothing, so she ain't getting nothing. Trying to sit in the car. Who told you get to sit in the car, passenger princess? Like, yeah, it's just.
But what did you think of Amani and her inquisitive nature? Like, girl, he don't want you. Like, I don't know why we're vying for
I don't know. I really want Imani to be an op. I really want there to be a logical reason why she's so pressed to even entertain Lulu with something like that. Because clearly he's not taking you as serious as you think he is, or as you're taking this situation. But even with that, the caliber of woman Imani is, why Lulu? What has Lulu given you? What do I don't get it. If we had saw like some romanticized situation to where it's like, okay, look at Lulu trying to pop out, I can see why she would want to really entertain Lulu. We've literally seen nothing. He's giving her nothing. So it just seems odd that it's, well, I just whatever you like. Oh, what? What are you talking about? Girl, stand up. I don't know. And then Lulu's never just like pressed like, and we know he's not, because when push came to shove and he was about to take a swig of liquor, he called Jess. He did not call you. He does not think of you in that way. So, or at least not yet. But I don't know. I guess I'll entertain it. I don't know.
Tara said he does not think of you. You're not in his mind.
He's just not that into you, Iman. It does not give that. Maybe it's a lacking in the chemistry department. I don't see it. I don't know. But I do see 70 of y'all in the chat. 70 of y'all in the house. Be sure to hit that like button. Show us some love. Leave a comment. We're going to take a little moment and we're going to come right back. Cause I'm trying to go for tonight. Posing hoochies left and right. I just want to live in a fantasy. I think we deserve it right. Top of the memories I've ever made in my life. Permanent ecstasy. The ladies is pimps tonight. Living inside a dream. Let's lay where the love is like. I put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. Put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, hey, wish you could. Yeah, I've seen that and I've thought about that. Everybody's just saying, I guess Imani is enamored because it's a hood dude. Like,
Please, there's better. In all of New York, in all of the 5 boroughs, that's the hood one you wanted. Come on, be fun.
That's the one.
We got Avon Barksdale. Like, quit
Now
playing.
we got Avon Barksdale. Not when we got Avon Barksdale out there. Thank you so much, Demarcus, for the $10. Rock pulled a Nino Brown on G Money move on Mother Joyce. When Rock put down Joyce, are you my daughter's keeper? Rock said, yes. Yes, I am. I'm not gonna play with you. I cry, you cry,
We
we
cry
cry together.
together.
'Cause when I cry, come on, Limo. Yeah, we was crying. Where were we though? Where we? I mean, Rock was. We weren't. We absolutely were. And everybody, you're not late. Anybody who's getting here, the lamb, Demarcus, you guys are right on time. Welcome to the chat. And once again, Demarcus, thank you so much for the super chat. Cause yeah, we had to take her out. But okay, leaving the hood dudes. Yeah, I hope he got a dime. And I'll be glad when this comes out and he gets dealt with. We're gonna get on over here to Juke. All right? Juke, the new YN. The you young Juke. Juke is outside. Juke said this wasn't even all that. Girl, this wasn't that. This wasn't that. Okay? Puss, this wasn't that. This was just good old time. This was Strozé Shante in the club. Little head top in the bathroom. That wasn't that, girl. I don't want your phone number. You don't need mine. But we get head top and we have a gun. We have Marvin knowing that the block is hot. You know what? You need to be straight. Regardless how I feel about it, I want you to have this gun. And as we've known for episodes now, Juke just need a reason. Juke is just waiting. I don't know why she wants to be so anxious about it, because Kanan lets it be known in this episode, like, I'm really out here trying to move independently, have some power out here, and I feel even powerful with you by my side. Yeah, I'm not, I'm just here for fame. I'm really not trying to be outside like that. And you are, because let somebody even look at you wrong or step on your Tim, you're itching to grab the blicky. We have a little cat call in here because I like me some brown sugar. Hey, black girl, shoot, get shot on the street in front of everybody. But yeah, Ashley, how are you feeling about you getting some head in the bathroom, as well as her saying, this one all that, and she got a gun. She got a gun, and she's trigger happy. But I'm really not trying to be by Kanan's side just yet.
Strange coochie tastings in public bathrooms are the bane of my existence presently. Tyra had us watch this movie a couple weeks ago now. Was it shameful, shame?
Let that go, Ashley.
And he was tasting wild coochie in bathrooms, which makes me think a lot of people, a lot of strangers are out here doing random coochie tastings, and I'm disturbed by it. There's no dental dams, there's no saran wrap available, so you guys are raw dogging strange cooch. Like, it's really terrible.
Coochie board.
I just, and Jukebox, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, madam. You ought to be ashamed. And then the girl's like, did I do a good job? Like, do we go together now? Jukebox says, yeah, no, it was never that. But thank you, though. It gave me exactly what I needed. This overnight transformation. And although I wanted her to be all in if she was going to do that, which we knew eventually she was going to do that, I was hoping for a more nuanced and subtle approach. I didn't think it was going to be you holding up the boys on the basketball court, you ready to smoke everybody you see whenever you get a chance. I mean, you making boss moves. You know what I mean? I was not expecting this. It's too much. It's too much, Tyra. Too much. You're taking me too fast. It's too much. Too soon for me. And it just feels disingenuous this way. I think we have gotten glimmers over the first couple of seasons, but whenever we saw Juke in a strange or bad situation, it was provoked. The girls tried to jump her. She was doing her boosting stuff and got into some scuffles. We never saw Jukebox with this hatred or villainy in her heart the way we're seeing her now, no remorse. And I just want to know, what are we supposed to believe that the military experience and what's happened, the death of her mother, that's what caused this sudden,
I'll take it. I'm gonna take it, Ashley, because if this is where we are now, what's gonna happen when Marvin goes down? I'll take it. If we're this unhinged now over just the history and where we've been, all that he has done for me, everything that I've been through in my past, once Marvin gets hit, I'm ready. I'll take this.
Well, that's when I thought this Jukebox was going to emerge. I didn't think it was going to be before then, because what's been so deep that sent her over the edge like this to where she's damn fiction.
I'm just glad she ain't in there crying in the stall over Nicole. If we ain't got to see that white girl again, I'm chilling. If she want to be out here giving this one and all that.
Fly with a slow roll, but now you ready to smoke people on the basketball court? You don't even like
At this
jukebox
point,
out.
I'm here for it. If we're this unhinged now, I'm gonna take it. Is it abrupt? Sure, but I'm gonna take what we can get. We have been coasting with Juke for quite some time in her feelings. She's been emotional, been trying to find herself, be comfortable coming out the closet, being with same sex and all of that. The relationship with Marvin. I'm here for it. I'm just gonna go. If she got to, if there got to be some random coochie wine chasings in the bathroom stall, have it. It wasn't even in the stall, child. It was just in the stall. Then you see how she moved the gun like she was removing like a strap on.
I cannot.
The way Juke moved that gun, like let me move my dick out the way.
Girl, please.
I'm sorry. This
Well, it was a strap of sorts, Tyra. So I
that's
mean,
just let me move this weight. Let me get this super chat from Demarcus. I'm sorry.
thank you, Marcus.
Thank you so much, Demarcus, for the $10. Jukebox was drunk with Jackie. I wonder how would Kanan and Jukebox feel about Rock unaliving Joyce Thomas. Happy Easter and 420 at the same time. Thank you, and the same to you. I really don't even think that these kids have been through so much. I think there'll be more weight held as far as this famous situation than Joyce. If they found out Joyce, willingly was put out of her misery, I really don't think it'll be like a big thing. Like, I'm sorry, who gives a damn about Joyce?
I mean, she was dead anyway. Dead on arrival. She was about to be out of here.
I'm sorry. Just don't care. I just it's just, it's Joyce. But yeah, leaving the YN, I'm here for the unhinged behavior. Let's go, Juke. If she got to go through this process to get us where we need to be, long as the needle's moving, that's all I care about. But leaving this puss girl, leaving that, let's get into Marvin a little bit, because Marvin has some things going on in this episode. And Rock, what we get into later when she finally confronts him in their mom's house, like, yeah, so there was you coming out and having these private situations with Stefano. Like, what's going on? And why are you lying about it? She is giving Marvin the side eye as far as his position and holding it down. And why are you out here trying to move solo? Like, we're supposed to be a united front. And Rock's just like, Marvin was just like, I'm gonna live my best life. I got my own life outside of you. I'm making my own moves in the way that I want to. That doesn't mean that I'm, by-stepping you or trying to undermine you or even trying to take your position. We do see this at another opposite conversation where Raquel isn't present and we're not talking business and all things unique and the Italians against Italians and this is a setup and this and the third. Yeah, you know what? All of this is low-key Rock's fault. She over here, this XYZ wouldn't have crossed unique and we wouldn't have that if she wasn't a woman. And she wasn't in her feelings. He wouldn't be even trying to get it back in blood. We wouldn't have these problems if you were in the position, Marvin. Wink, wink. Like, how far are you trying to go with this, Stefano? Are we just talking about taking the position or taking out our own damn sister? Regardless of what it is, Marvin said, hell no. What we're not going to do is that. I would never cross my sister. Don't you ever say no ish like that again. Ashley, how did you feel about Marvin in this conversation and Raquel kind of giving him the side eye? Because it's justified because you've been moving real slick. But he did turn it down when it was offered to him.
But here's the thing, it's already too late. I told y'all about evil Tony Danza and his blowout. I told y'all about him very early on that he could not be trusted. We can't trust his motives, his whatever. And we know he's a by any means necessary type of guy. And it's only a matter of time. So it's kind of like one of those situations, Marvin, get on board or get lost. And now you kind of know my tea. So how do I know you're not going to have a conversation with Rock since you denied my offer? I think that evil Tony Danza had this plan from the very beginning, where it's like, let me ingratiate myself to Marvin. I can see he feels like he's not his own man. He's being run by his sister. Let me appeal to that need for him to be independent, and then I'll get him to do whatever I want him to do. We still have this liability out here, which is damn Unique's crypt keeper, Tyler Early, who's still a potential liability. So no, I think this is gonna blow up in Marvin's face, unfortunately. And yes, Rock has every right to be side-eyeing Marvin. This is not the first time Marvin has overstepped, outstepped, doing stuff on the side, and she always ends up having to pick up the pieces. So now what they're gonna do, how they're gonna move, Rock has known this for a while. This was just the time she decided to reveal it to him. him. Again, this is just more foreboding, I think, and foreshadowing for Marvin's character that he's not going to be with us shortly.
Yeah.
He's on his way out.
I see it in the chat like, no, not Marvin. Say it ain't so. Y'all, we have kept Marvin close to our hearts for quite some time. But I ever want to see Marvin go, even though he's acting ridiculous this season. No, but we know that it's coming to have some progression as far as just the family and Juke, mainly. We need a loss in the family. And if y'all thought it was Mama Joyce, you got another thing coming. Nobody give a damn about Joyce. Yeah. The side eye was most definitely justified. I love how you call him evil Tony. Just not Tony, evil Tony Dancer. Evil Tony Dancer. We also have this moment here where, first of all, Unique and his Candyman cult was annoying as hell. Roll up again. They following him up from his footsteps. He looked like Candyman walking up on Helen in that goddamn parking garage. See, walk up again. And we gonna get into Pranessa. But that's not all that's going on here. I want to know from you, Ashley, how do you think that this is going to play out? Because as I've stated before, Raquel rushed this situation and she tried to go over there to the other Don, like, yeah, I need this product moving right now. I know you had told me 3 weeks. But it's like, yeah, girl, I can't move no faster than I'm already moving. Like, this is what it is. But everything is literally falling apart in front of her face, not only business wise, but family wise. And then we have this sense of Unique thinking that he's, really kicking it back into action and doing something. Meanwhile, we have these higher ups, these mafias, these Duns, the Tony, this and that. They are using you as well, like Tony tried to use Marvin. We have Unique. He's trying to use you to do his bidding, vice versa. Do you think they are going to wake up and try to flip this to work in their favor? What is going to happen as far as Raquel in her business and even with Unique? Who are you? What are you expecting to gain from this?
I think this is a hard situation because while we traded Quan, who didn't have respect for women, this Middle Eastern man is not much better. He may be better at concealing it, but I don't think he ever had any intention on giving Rock the full keys to the kingdom, especially with who are your partners. I want to meet with them right now. In every meeting we see her in, it's like, but remember, I'm the one who pulled this together. I'm going to be the one in control. I'm negotiating. I'm setting the cost. And I think if we have to vie that much for control, we really don't have it. At the end of the day, Neek is going to be used. We already know Marvin's being used, and ultimately Rock is as well. What is this is going to boil down to is who has the better network, the better organization, and who's going to bring the most money. That's going to determine who's going to last, in my opinion.
This is just crazy. Like, I watching this, it took me back to that moment where Unique came in last minute. It was like South Side. Like, yeah, we Italians, we messing with that. We got to protect our own and protect each other. I'm coming in here to save your ass, even though we don't see eye to eye like that. We are so far away from that. We are so far away from that, and we are being used to do some bidding. Like, don't let this happen. Because we also have Marvin in this episode have some forward thinking. Like, Rock, you low key not worried about everything. Because if you were, what if old Tony Dancer Stefano trying to use us to, take us out? Well, what if that happens? And I was like, Marvin, you speaking on yourself.
Yeah, period.
You're speaking on yourself. Like, how do you know what kind of loyalty he has to us? What if that happens? And it is interesting. That's always going to be the dynamic, no matter who she speaks to. Even in this moment of business just being business, who knew that? Who could predict that Unique would come back with this mind altering situation and seek all this vengeance? But it always comes back to her being a woman. Or you're a woman. Everybody always has an issue because she is a woman in this man's game. Child, I just hope they get it together, because don't let nobody play out like Lotto. We don't want to see that.
I was really hoping she would be getting her Griselda on. Like, you have to be ruthless and cutthroat in this game as a woman. There's no room for weakness. They can't see it.
No.
And I just hate that she's softened up so much. Her character is just so different than the Rock we met season 1.
Child, we even had Tony Danza say famous last words, like I'm coming for all of y'all. Because he even said, are we gonna, are your feminine wows or your connection, this relationship you have with Unique, is gonna stop you from doing business? Because you are just a woman. After everything that they've been through, everything he's seen, you're still just a woman. I'll be glad when everybody realizes that these Italians have no loyalty whatsoever, not even to each other. They be waiting for a moment to take each other out. Like, that's not what this is. There's no South Side over there. Thank you so much, JWB, for the $4.99. Tony Danza can't be trusted. Uh, Rock can't be trusted either. I think Marvin accidentally slipped up and told Rock that info without thinking. I mean, as far as the situation, I don't see them turning on each other. I think whatever happens to Marvin is going to be Tony offering him up on the platter. That's what I think we're gonna go with that. But leaving this is, shout out to the 90 people in here. We love it. Be sure to hit that like button, y'all. Leaving this and getting over here because what who wrote that? Huh? Who said that? We done turned little OC into Peaches from Snowfall. Excuse me? What y'all not gonna do is go over there in them prime Snowfall good writing streets and be taking stuff. Cause OC didn't took the cash. He didn't took Kanan's money and disappeared. Kanan had all the air in his chest, sitting down with Juke. I got this plan. I got this. I also been stashed and skimming a little bit off the top from my own mama. Stashing money to the side so I can go into business for myself. Juke, and then got my back. Goes in there and the money said, find me along with OC. Ashley, where is OC Peaches? Where he at?
I don't know where a little bit went.
Do you
I don't even know how he carried all that money, Tyra. I don't know. I don't know.
all that money?
I don't know. It seems too convenient. Like it seems because I was saying that before. I'm like, dang, he didn't disrespected this little man like he did a little bit. We got to get some get back from that. We also know that he was working with Unique, so this is too convenient. It's too easy. It's too on the nose. He definitely don't have all that money. He might have a piece of that money, but we know Neek wasn't going to let him escape. And okay, Little Bit's very smart. I'm not going to deny that. But, sir, where did you go, Little Bit? How did you get there that fast? What did you do? You know what I'm saying? I don't. I want to know. I think it's too on the nose. Of course, if it was OC, I don't think he would put a target on his own back. So I'm inclined to think that this was a Unique type of situation.
Do you think he gave the money to Unique? Like, can you leave me alone? Because I think it would be too matchy to have OC in his hay fever, high key Peaches in this drug habit, take all the cash and disappear. Meanwhile, you literally 10 kilometers away, a couple of blocks over down the streets, hiding out in the crack house. Like, please don't do that. Are we going to have Franklin roll up?
Where's my money, man? Yeah, I'm just so not enthralled. Y'all know I ain't trust a Little Bit from the first time we saw him. It's all too convenient. I got the money and OC. I'm gonna put my name on it. No, I'm not gonna do that. So I do think he has some of the money, but I think Neek has the lion's share of it all. But I'll be interested to see if they do that. That's lazy. I would pray they wouldn't just follow that bar for bar and play out that storyline again. We've seen it. Okay, don't do that.
I don't know. I tried to see it. Y'all see how I tried to give OC a Peaches makeover? That's all I could find in the tub. I tried to give him a Peaches beard and an afro because what we're not gonna do is Peaches this damn situation. JWB with another super chat. Thank you so much. Leprechaun then stole the pot of gold. Shaking my head. He ran off. I want to be gold. Okay, he ran off with the club.
There's no backpack that big. He had to make trips.
That's what leads me to my next question. If it's not, and y'all know I always want the worst. If it's not Unique who helped him, I would love so much for it to be Crystal.
Oh, that would be. They did have this kind of rapport I thought was questionable. I said, surely she's not knocking him off. Like, surely she's not knocking him down. So it would make sense. We'll see.
I would love down.
And she is there like, no, Kanan, I would never betray you.
Yeah, I would love down if it was Crystal. Let's go have Kanan have take Crystal out. I'm here for it. I would love for it to be her just for that character progression and the way that they have set Crystal up to be, all caring, all loving. But we also know that she is a bit of an opportunist. I'm looking for the best way up. I come from this, whatever family home life. I literally have nothing and nowhere to go aside from this. I just wanted to be Crystal. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But because somebody had to help him pack the trunk. Somebody had to help him. Did she give a little intel, like were they working together? I would love for that to be a moment, but wishful thinking. We shall see. We shall see.
Let's see.
But shoot, Crystal, shoot her in the back. Passion, a crime of passion. Let's go. But getting back into here, because the money was one thing. We had Kanan feeling some way about the money. He running around all mushmouth. You ain't even think to call and tell me y'all was out of prison. Where's OC? Yeah, you're late, Kanan. He in the win. OC is in the win. OC Peaches is in the win. But who's not in the win is Famous. But who's outside conveniently because he just happened to be rolling by in his car. Just happenstance, and sees Rock handing over a guap of cash to two officers. Maybe the same officers that Juke was like, well, I don't think them on that basketball court was lying about some officers setting him up and taking him out. Yeah, well, I know for a fact who killed Famous. It was Raquel.
Oh, Jesus.
Ashley, did Rock kill Famous?
No, this cemented it for me that she didn't, because it's so stupid. Because Rock been paying them cops for forever since ever she got that property. Was that last season? It's just so convenient. Oh, I just was driving down the street in the middle of the day and I just saw her hand off this envelope again. Oh, that's why. Yep. Rock did it. Come on, Kanan. You put on your thinking cap, son. Put on your thinking cap. I really don't. Even if I had a glimmer of like maybe she could have seen that in the episode, I was like, absolutely not. Because for whatever reason, Rock this season is the sacrificial lamb. Everyone's blaming everything on her. So for me, it's a nah dog. I don't think that's the case at all. It's just Aggie to me though, because Kanan is just, the more you think he's trying to grow, mature, evolve, the dumber he gets. You just dumb like your daddy. Just dumb. Dumb.
I said the same thing. I was like, I'm not feeling how convenient this was. And with the narrative in this episode, well, Raquel do sound like something you would do, even if you need wrong. And how he's saying you out here moving and how you move with every other man. And you always been for yourself. You setting up. You good for shooting somebody in the back and sitting down with their mama later. I was like, yeah, this is a little bit too on the nose. And we also have London Brown, aka Marvin, out here making videos. Why would y'all say I killed Famous? I didn't kill Famous. Why y'all trying to put that on my character? If it's not y'all, then who was it? And when I get to who I think they're trying to set it up to be, why? I don't know how I feel about that. Thank you so much, Bookworm57. I see y'all in the chat filling my Crystal comment. And DeMarcus is like, the Crystal hate is real.
No, hate Crystal.
I would be here for it. I would definitely be here for it. I think it's logical and it makes sense and it's a aha moment. I appreciate it. Not so aha because if it's predictable enough for me to say it, it's not so aha. But I think writing wise, it would make sense. What are we gonna do with Crystal? Where are we going with Crystal? Nowhere. We know that this isn't his Sean's mom. Where are we going with her? There's only one place for her to go. In the ground, okay? And that's whether it is, her being an innocent bystander, somebody caught in the crossfire, and this is, descending him because I lost my baby Renee, high key Renee and Marvin. I wonder why my shorty had to die. It could be that energy, but I'm just saying I would prefer for her to be manipulated and maniacal and come here because it's just really convenient. Because even when he broke down and he had that moment with Famous, everybody's first question was, well, where's Crystal? Where's Crystal when he needs her most? And he listens to this mixtape. Where's Crystal? Crystal is, very for self. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's all I said. Let's see. Bookworm said Rock did not kill Famous. That's where I'm at. This was too easy. I wish it would have let us, ponder a little bit. And I never thought she killed Famous. That's not, Rock kills in a certain way. When it's that close, we're going to send a brother to do it. High key Marvin. So that's where my eye went to first. But after this episode, I'm going to get into who I think it is, which I think
Mm.
is also tired. I think it's tired. But let's move on. I just wanted to ask the people, drop it in the comments whether you think she did it or not. But before I leave this table conversation, because Kanan at this moment had all this air in his chest. This is before he realized the money was gone, of course. They say, yeah, and I'm not scared. I'm not scared of Unique. I ain't scared of nobody, and I ain't scared. Like, matter of fact, I took out the brother, and I could take out Unique too. Is there ever a universe, Ashley, where Kanan could kill Unique?
He could, but would he?
He said
Would
he's
he?
scared. You
I
think?
mean, the enemy of what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like it ain't too far fetched to think he'd partner up with Unique at this point. Just how he did with Ronnie. Kanan don't give a damn about his mama. And if he could get it in a situation where he felt like he could profiteer off of a relationship with Unique, he would have it. I think he's capable. Kanan could unalive anybody. I feel like he's already there. If you can talk to your mama like that, there's probably nothing in this world you wouldn't do. So yeah, in theory he could take out anybody, but would he? I don't know. I don't think Neek will fall at the hands of Kanan. I
Mm,
would like it to be Rock if we get to
yeah,
see Unique take him
poetic. Give
out.
me some poetic
Rock.
justice, please.
Yeah.
Something. I just wanted to put it here because he said it was some air in his chest, like it was a possibility. Like, yeah, I ain't scared. Okay.
Kanan is scary. Shut up,
Sure.
Kanan.
I
Scary.
mean, because they were trying in this episode the way they had him waiting in the dark on Crystal, waiting all on him. It's like, why are you in here sitting in the dark? Anybody who ever said they love me, they cared. Like everybody's a liar. Down to my mother, can I trust you? And I thought that was also kind of a red herring as far as Crystal's character, because why would he immediately go to her? And it's just, oh no, baby, like I love
I
you.
would never
I'm
do
in this. I
anything.
would never do. You can trust me, Kanan. Hi, Key. You can't trust me because I'm over there with OC hiding money in my pockets. Oh, y'all gonna let me have this crystal death. Get in here, cause what? F your mama, Pranessa, and her dialysis. You ain't taking that winch
That was
nowhere.
crazy.
Child, I know Pranessa has never been the brightest,
Light bulb.
she's the brightest in the class, in the light bulb, in the box. She's just not. She's never been that. But Unique and the energy that he gave Pranessa. As quick as we rolled up, still ain't helping with those damn groceries. Still had her packing them. As quick as we rolled up, and it was, oh my God, it's Unique, and my baby daddy's back. And once again, what leads me to think, is this backing from the mafia dude, or did you get some money from OC? Because how you afford all this bang, bang, bang? Like, you got a whole new place, whole new place decked out. But Unique has it in his mind. You're a liability as far as I'm concerned. You and my boy, anybody that they could hurt me with and have me back in the predicament of getting shot again, almost getting killed, getting knocked out, getting some what's left of my brain knocked out on the freaking floor. Yeah, it's not happening. I need you to stay here. I don't give a damn what's going on with your mom. How he came at Pranessa at that table. I would get the hell out of here. I would get
Yeah.
the hell out of here. I'm hoping, which I know is just bad, because she doesn't have any sense. But even in this moment, as much disdain as she has for Rock, she's like, yeah, so Raquel with Ronnie, that don't make sense, Nick. Like, oh, you ain't sticking by your man. Like, first of all, pipe down. Dookie rope chain, relax. It was a whole lot. It was a lot of aggression, like he would physically harm her. It was given
He
once
was
again. Getting back to them snowfall, he gave me Franklin and V. I thought he was finna put his hands around on that. I didn't know what was about to happen here. But this was like really scary as far as Unique is concerned, and the way he's turning up on her. I would run. Ashley?
Yeah. Because when I first saw him, I'd be like, oh, yeah, no. I mean, but it's that, I hate to say it. But of course, this isn't the Unique that she's known before. So she'd probably have no indication that he would move this way towards her. I think he might have talked a little crazy, but he ain't really fooled Pernessa. He dropped off some money and went on back in the streets. It wasn't like, and so now seeing this side of him, now that she's getting it, Pernessa ain't got good sense. She finna sit over there. She ain't even gonna take her mama to dialysis. She finna sit over there like he said. When he said F your mama, she said, yeah, F my mama. Like
Yeah, F
over
my
here
mama.
with you. But I think this is really, really foul. Again, you had the wherewithal to be sitting in the car looking like you was finna cry, dropping money off in the mailbox, and now you ready to snap on her? Like you can control it with the mafia, but you can't control it with your baby mama, who this is my family, you my girl. Yeah, we're gonna make this happen. You don't believe, you don't trust me, you don't think, just yeah, crazy as hell. But she don't have the good sense God gave her. She finna sit there, and it's sad. It's sad because Permanessa's probably gonna get taken out.
I hope not.
Ultimately,
Vanessa don't deserve that. Like
he gonna put his
she,
hand on her. He gonna put his hand on her. Watch.
if that's what it takes for her to just leave and disappear and get away from him and realize that this isn't unique. This is something unfamiliar. I need to protect myself and my son and get away from all of this. I don't want Vanessa to die. I really don't. Like, Lord
Get
Jesus.
to moving. Put her track shoes on.
Thank you so much, Darius Coleman, for the $2. Think they gonna turn Unique into Breeze?
No, they better not.
Darius,
They,
I don't. I long, dropped the facade of ever getting Unique to be Breeze, because the way I used to harbor on that, especially those like that second and third season, right now, I don't see it. I think they're going to introduce a new character as Breeze, and hopefully
I
it's a
hope
good
so.
one. Hopefully it's a good, interesting one.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, TP, who said, I see Unique often penicillin,
thank you, TP. Me too.
penicillin out of rage. Yeah, it gave that at the table, but I don't want to see Vanessa go out like that. Girl, she's just always just please.
She can't win for losing, honey. She couldn't win
Dang.
before.
The girl, get out of here. I know she a little short sometimes, but I know you got a little sense to know that this is unsafe. How long are you supposed to be helmed up in this secret home? How long?
As long as he say, till I say.
Girl, that was
Crazy
insane.
as
All that lady of rage in that damn spot. Now getting into wasting Wendell. Now, I put wasting Wendell here in matching sets and meetings because that's all we seem to ever get as far as him and Snap, Crackle, and Popping them are concerned. We have on our matching tracksuits, matching outfits. We have a little yin yang around the table, and what do you know? But we don't do much with them. I'm feeling like Snap, Crackle, and them are playing a bigger role in the way that things are going than we're getting to see. I as we're going through the process of elimination and who may have hired who, I think it might have been Snap, Crackle, and Pop who hired somebody for famous to get, dissension in the ranks here, as far as Kanan, as far as Raquel, set all of this up. Now we have, of course, Marvin and Raquel meet up with them, and this usual, we're talking about the Italians. You guys have connections. If you could get information, help us out, this, that, and the third. Unique is on the rampage. Once Unique gets there to have conversation, we don't hear anything. We see him walk up and we don't know what was said. Ashley, what do you think's going on here?
So here's the thing. I'm not actually mad at that theory about Snap, Crackle, and Pop because, of course, they were in business with Ronnie, and Ronnie hated Famous. Ronnie wanted to take Famous out because he felt like Famous was a liability. So it would not surprise me if they had something in the works already, and that's what happened to Famous. But yeah, I mean, when they flat out tell Rock, we don't work with you, we work with Kanan. Like, you're not our partner. Like, we owe you nothing. Definitely, they have ambition. They have almost a quiet ambition. We've seen it from the beginning. They've been established in the game for a long time. And with Rock moving up or trying to at least get or secure a connect, I think she's a greater threat now in terms of their business. So I think they would do anything to kind of thwart what's going on, even if that means ultimately partnering up with Unique and helping him get on track.
Yeah,
They see he's hungry. They see he's desperate. They see he's willing to do anything by any means necessary. It's smart for them, honestly.
yeah, it is. I really wanted some tension in the fam.
But as far as Wendell, he could be used
Yeah, yeah,
far better than this. I'm like, where's the monologue? Like, where do we get a good scene just with him and his wife really
yeah.
planning or master manipulating, maneuvering some things? I'd be here to see him in his full element.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I put like wasting Wendell, but are we really wasting him? Maybe he's being utilized and his wife in a sense where we're not able to see it. It's something that we'll find out later. But if we're going through the process of elimination, this is where I'm left because it damn sure wasn't Unique. So, eh. I'm glad it wasn't Marvin or Raquel, but that just puts us back to square one with the family. Now we really need this Marvin death, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Or we gonna have Kanan out here doing something completely stupid because he thinks it is Raquel. Gets on my nerves. Now, ending off here with Raquel showing some mercy. She showed Joyce some mercy. All of a sudden, when we kicking it in the living room area, you know what? After all we've seen from Joyce, all we've said about her, now that we think about it, she wasn't really that bad. I'm telling y'all. You remember that one time? You remember, this one time in band camp? You remember that one time, that puppy situation when she went, when I was 5, just sparse searching in the atmosphere to pull out something to make Joyce a good mom. I say, where? Where did this come from? Yeah, she was probably doing the best she could. Now we trying to give her a narrative now that she about to die. It was like all of a sudden now she wasn't that damn bad.
Yeah,
Let's not do that. Let's not do that, because that's not what y'all have painted for Joyce's narrative all this time. Now that she's about to die, she literally, she bought a puppy to lick my face when I was 5. Yeah, you know what? She really wasn't that bad. She was doing it. Lulu's like, yeah, she was probably doing the best she could. I said, hey, that's a lot. But after we, listen and hear about the proposition between the two of them, Rock's like, well, hell, why didn't she ask me? And Marvin's like, because you know why? Because she knows that you want her to suffer. You would never give her that type of courtesy or mercy. Nope. We had already said it. It was going to be Raquel. If she had asked, she was probably going to do it, at which she does. They do have a sentimental moment. Leaving it off made me think of Juke. Even in this moment, she about to die. Take care of the boys. Like, girl, leave me alone. He's a grown ass man. Take care of the boys and take care of your son. She gave her that hot dose and took her on out and held her in as she was taken out. Of course, this is a very crucial moment as far as Raquel is concerned, and she sheds a tear, even looks at herself with a sense of vulnerability in the mirror, and we leave the scene. Ashley.
she gone, and I hope she burn in the hot place.
Yeah, that's all you got for her, Ashley?
That's all I got for Joyce. The old hoe gone. Finally, thank you. It
That's
was a
all.
waste. It was a waste of 7 episodes. I need to see her in all these episodes.
That was very, yes, she deserves to die, and I hope she burns in hell. That
That,
was
that,
very New Jack
that
City,
was,
Ashley.
it was. It was. It was. It was definitely Samuel L. Jackson, paraphrased. But all this did is further serve to ruin Rock's mental state. Because at the end of the day, she's gonna have to live with the fact that she unalived her mama. They should have let Joyce go on and fade out, fade to black. Yeah, I think it's going to serve the narrative in terms of Rock and where she's at, and kind of further explain why she or how she's going to be handling this next set of circumstances that she comes upon. But
Mhm.
I mean, girl, damn it, who cares? Like, because if you really wanted to do it, she knew her child. She knew if she asked Rock, Rock ultimately would have done that. So it's not, I don't know. It just, like I said, it just is, to me, it was a plot device that they're using to put Rock in the next situation. It wasn't anything deep. I didn't feel anything in the moment we shared. I didn't feel anything when Joyce said, take care of Kane. I didn't give a damn, because Joyce was still Joyce at the end of the day. How much, let's sit down and talk about it. Oh yeah, I remember that one time she made me a snow cone at band camp. Girl, please. I know she was trash. Get out of here. I'm glad she's gone.
Yeah, it's just the helplessness of it all, to where, because I was like, I guess she couldn't bring herself to do it herself, but like, I was hoping she would take her own self out, but we knew it was going to be Rock. We knew that tear, we could tell that it wasn't down at the fume. We knew that it was going to come here, and it was going to be over Joyce's body, dead body. Was it meant to be a sentimental moment? Sure, but you can't give us Joyce all 3 seasons one way and then present her here in this, I got the cancer, it's the cancer, I'm about to
It
die.
hurts. It
And then
hurts.
just expect us to, it hurts, oh, the pain. And expect us to just really like, well, you only get one mama. Girl, get the hell out of it. Girl, get on in that grave, Joyce. Get on down there, girl. Thank you, TP, for the $2. Surprise, 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 surprise. Surprise, Rock didn't put bleach in that syringe. No, definitely not any of that. This was a very, heartfelt moment for Raquel. And Rock's mind, like, this was mercy. She doesn't have to deal with those ramifications or that being on her heart like Marvin or Lulu, who was definitely like, I can't have that on me. What about what that's going to do to me? Mom, I can't give you that. Same with Marvin. Marvin ran out the room. Not Raquel, though. She's still a G. One more thing before we give our thoughts on what's coming next. Do you think that this will be the Mojo Jojo in Rock's back to push her forward as far as this vulnerability that this space that we're getting from her, or are we going to see her descend even further because she did this?
I think she's going to descend even further. I don't think this is her bottom. I think this is sending her. And again, that's why I think that this is even here. I think it's going to justify how she moves going forward for the rest of the season. For everything as stoic as Rock pretends to be and as heartless and all of this, having a mother that doesn't love you, didn't really want you, didn't appreciate you, and you being the one to end her life when you never got resolution in that relationship is going to try on her. It's going to manifest, and she's already soft. She's already bendy. She's got a terrible relationship with her son, which, as you stated, mirrors her relationship with her mother. This is all a reminder. So now, will she pass at the hands of her son? I mean, I think it puts so many emotions and so many things up in the air now, just as a person. I think they're going to use this strategically, though, for her character moving forward.
They gave Joyce them Blue short of the ribs. Blue went to the kitchen and get them ribs, and Blue ain't never come back. Really gonna miss you. Gonna be thinking about. So this ain't that. This ain't that. Don't put that on Joyce. This is not Blue rolling to the kitchen to get them short of the ribs and never coming back. Please, Joyce, get the hell out of here.
I'm so glad this character gone.
I'm so glad they had to spend so much time on her this season because her character was so trash in the past. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad it's over. We can move on to the next thing. Speaking of that, let me show you guys some love. You guys have been really, really awesome tonight, and we're gonna come back and give you our final thoughts and predictions on the next
I don't want
episode.
to see you cry. Got some questions that I gotta ask, and I hope you can come up with the answers, baby. Girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? But you still have love for me, girl. It's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? But you still have love for me. If I fell off tomorrow, would you still love me? If I didn't smell so good, would you still hug me? If I got locked up and set this till a quarter century, could I count on you to be there to support me mentally? If I went back till hoopty for my pants, would you poof and disappear? Like some of my friends, if I was hit and I was hurt, would you be by my side? If it was time to put in work, would you be down to ride? I doubt, kill a nigga, cat, chill and drive. I'm asking questions to find out how you feel inside. If I ain't back, I flip burgers at Burger King. Would you be ashamed to tell your friends you feeling me? In the bed, if I use my tongue, would you like that? If I wrote you a love letter, would you write back? If we could have a little drink, you know, a nightcap. We can go do what you like, I know you like that. Like, go do what you like, girl. It's easy to love me now.
And we are back. What you down here talking about? My unique could smoke Stefano bodyguard, Giorgio to break down Stefano's organization. Yeah, some stuff is definitely going to happen. Speaking of that, actually, I'm gonna come to you, girl. What are the predictions for the next episode?
You know what? I'm a venture something. I don't be in them power streets looking at nobody. But I feel as though we're gonna see Kanan make an attempt on Rock. If he really has this deep down in his heart that she took out another one of his friends, his best friend, his brother, Famous, I think he would partner with Unique to take Rock out or do it or attempt it. I don't know if he'll succeed, but I think we're getting there. It may not be in episode 8, but we are going to get there. Of course, he's going to be obsessed with finding his money because why'd you put all your money in the same place? Like, come on, Kanan. You got to be smarter than your average bear. Marvin's going to start to unfurl. I think we're going to be getting, of course, the setup to the penultimate episode. So I think they're going to be positioning everyone strategically. Marvin is definitely going to, by the end of episode 8, either be on the brink of being taken out or we're going to see the setup for his leaving the show. I really feel that in my heart of heart. Jukebox will be on a tirade, probably just in being a neighborhood bully in episode 8. But Rock is going to have to come up with a plan. So I'm curious to see what her moves are going to be in episode 8.
TP, thank you so much for the super chat. Who said we need a G Mix channel with these music? Oh, I don't play them type of games. Do you know that YouTube would turn my TV off? They could turn us off at any second now. I'm bucking the system, just putting this stuff on here, y'all. We ain't starting no match. No, we don't leave no trail. If anything happens, we can go and clip and take all this out. We don't do that. YouTube would turn your TV off. I don't got time to play with them in them copyright games. I'm living on the edge as we speak every single time I play a song.
That part.
Every single time, y'all. I roll the dice. Every time. Predictions on episode 8. Like you said, baby, we're going to be looking for OC and that money because that's always there. I'm interested to see what we're going to do with Unique, Prenessa, and Rock and that dynamic. Are we going to, grow a brain and realize what's really happening here as far as these Italians and us being used as puppets? Or are we going to, go all the way down in the depths and have to lose the likes of Marvin to do so? Not maybe, episode 8, but just, in general. As far as, Child Juke is concerned, I'll be glad when Juke shoots somebody. Okay, get one off. Get one off, Juke. You so anxious, girl. You want to kill somebody so bad. I'll be glad when she does. I think that little tension that we had, because we haven't had her have any yeah, Crystal, I'm gonna leave you here. Y'all talking. There wasn't anything that came about of that. So when it happens and we found out Crystal is an op and she over there working with OC because she is, who's gonna shoot her? Okay, I think that'll be the perfect fight. Jukebox gonna be ready. I've been wanting to take you out since Butter. She gonna take her out for Butter, for Aisha and Butter. You're gonna die just off of that. I think that's gonna be that. So whenever we get to that with Juke, that'll be the thing. And I guess we'll have maybe Kanan take out the likes of a body in the name of OC if he isn't already taken out. As far as him attempting on Rock, I think we'll probably get right down to the wire. Not to the point that she would be able to acknowledge that, or even if he doesn't realize that she does. But I don't think it's going to be physically him putting a gun in her face. I think it'll be him just cultivating, winding up and thinking about it. And then it's just oh hell, it wasn't actually her. It was, something else. It'll be that. But I will look forward to it. I will definitely look forward to it, and I hope that it's really, really good. Like we said, we only have 3 episodes left, so it'll be interesting to see where we take it. Let me get this super chat here before we tell y'all what we're doing later. Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for the $5. Marvin got the silencer on Quan and will smoke Quan. Child, if we smoke one more obsolete person. I mean, we can, but how it's going. I want some deaths that matter. And I don't ever want it to seem like I'm in a rush to have Marvin go, but we have to progress it along, and we're not going to progress it so much killing off the likes of an OC or a Crystal. At the end of the day, these people don't really affect our story that much. But y'all, that was episode 7. Ashley, anything you want to say to the folks before we get out of here?
No, don't forget tonight, members only Blockbuster movie night. If you're not a member, consider the membership on either Struggle Reviews TV or My Sweet Perspective and join us there. And tomorrow night, y'all, we will be tackling Sinners. I think it's going to be a great conversation. Can't wait to discuss Black excellence. Let's talk about it, Tyra.
Yeah, once you guys wind down after, y'all do the bunny hop for 20 situation, if you're into that, come on down. Come on down and join us in a conversation of Sinners. As I was telling Ashley earlier, I wouldn't have the viewer experience in the theater, and it was worth it. I'm glad that I had that, and it's rare, especially now that I feel like there are movies do I really need to go to the movies and see that? I'm glad I went to the movies and see that. But y'all, that was that. As Ashley said, this is, Saturday, our members only situation. And if you are a member, you know where you need to be when the time comes. This is the members only watch for tonight. Consider becoming a member of the Sweet Peas or the Struggles if you want to join us in that. And we will definitely see you guys tomorrow for Sinners. Everybody have a good night. Sleeping, you're on your tippy toes, creep.